There's a brand new Monkey Blocks update in Gorilla Tag, and here's everything that's in the update, including secrets, all the blocks in the Monkey Blocks, and even more. Alright, start off in Forest. So Forest got its usual fall things. Doug the Bug is still normal, so that's interesting. So are all the other creatures. The hay maze thing that was here all the other times is no longer here. Instead, we got this ugly scarecrow guy. And there's some of these hay bale things, which are pretty cool. There's a leaf pile. There's a ton of those. There used to be a big one, but there's no longer a big one. Caves didn't get decorated at all for Thanksgiving, which is kind of sad because it's my favorite map. And over here, there's a brand new pool that closes in 2 days, so you have 2 days to do this. And it's either if you do big monkey or small monkey. And in here in Metro is one of the decorations that's actually changed the most. So if you come over here to these things, you can see it's just hay bales. And even when you even go in it, it's not bouncy anymore. So there's literally no purpose for these things anymore, and it's just they just have hay bales on them, which is kind of sad, but also pretty cool for the Thanksgiving stuff. Let's get on to the cosmetics. So there is all of these brand new cosmetics, and we're gonna review them all. There's a sword, a shield, this princess hat. There's a free badge, so make sure to pick this up. This, I don't know, thing. Ugly shirt, cone head. This cool inflatable, that's shiny. This hand crossbow. This chainmail shirt. And then this Valkyrie helmet. First off is this helmet. Pretty cool. It has like the wings and it's shiny and stuff. Then there's the chainmail shirt, which actually looks pretty cool. There's a fingerprint badge on it. And then we have the crossbow, which is probably one of my favorite cosmetics on this update. Because if you wind this up, you can see that this goes down, and then you can shoot this. And if you look at the trigger, it also winds up. So this is a really cool cosmetic, and it's just really good designed. And then here's this little guy, which is shiny, and you can bring to the pool if you want. And then there's this cone head, which is broken, because, you know, everything's broken these days. And then there's this thing, which is fun because you can, like, spin it around. It can make it go really fast. And if you just stop spinning, it just, like, stops. It's really slow. I don't know what this is called. I should check the cosmetic name. Plum Bob. And then here's this sick free badge. It's actually a pretty cool free badge, so you should pick it up. And then there's this princess thing, so if you're a girl, unlike me, then you can, I don't know, play with this. I mean, unless you want to be a princess and you're a boy or whatever. And then there's this sick combo, which is this sword, which has like a monkey hand right there. It's wood. And then there's this shield, and it makes sounds when you hit it. Now there's a few more cosmetics, and by a few more, I mean like, you know, the stuff. First of all, there's this new pack, which is shiny, so that's cool, and it has like a bunch of rubies, and it's like dragon themed, which works perfectly with this cosmetic, which is it's like one of the drivable cosmetics, like the blimp and the plane, but now it's a dragon, and it has a lot more cool play features than the other ones. So you hold this down to make it fly up, you use this to make it fly in each direction, and if it hits anything, it dies. And if you press a face button, it can breathe fire even, so it's even more play features than the other ones. And it burns things when it goes like that, so that's really cool. And also there's this new Monkey Blocks pack, which we're going to talk about later. So yeah, this is the Monkey Blocks. Safety first, every castle needs a fire-breathing dragon. Good thing I already own this. But here's a look at the dragon armor set without it being worn and just on the statue. And you can see the Monkey Blocks. So the city edited the carpet, made it like orange. And then this is like, let's see if I can see anything. That's wheat. That's an apple. That's an orange. That's turkey slices. Or maybe, and that looks like a horn. But the really cool thing about this that not a lot of people notice is that it's like a fall forest in the background, which is really cool. And the fall flashback is literally gone. Like there's not even any like plates here anymore, which is sad and weird. This is still not collidable too. And so here's the grand new map. So we're just gonna go with these things. These things are actually animated, these flags up here, and they're not collidable, so you know that's cool. These things right here are slippery. There's these paintings, which this one looks like ice. This is like fire, and this is like more. This looks like yellow ice. But here's the new area. They added their own ATM to this map because there's the Monkey Blocks pack which you can get. So this is a nice gorilla store, and it has the pattern that is usually on the walls in the nice gorilla store right there. Some lights, the lights that are in the nice gorilla store. At least, and there's a nice gorilla store up there, which is the same exact thing that they have on the actual nice gorilla store. And I'm pretty sure that these are going to change throughout the updates. So whatever flashback cosmetics they are, or just if there's no flashback and it's just a main update, they'll show the cosmetics they have and like theme it after something. In this, like that's a turkey coming out of the leaf pile, and this guy's like just hanging out on the hay bale or something. And if you do this, I'm pretty sure the leaf pile activates, or at least it did before. And this one's a whole other thing with the scarecrow, and then this scarecrow monkey guy. And there's the same red carpet right here. Okay, so if we come up here, you can see the metro over there, which is the same metro that you can see from the city, which is cool. You can see the monkey blocks over there, and you can see this store a little bit right there. Just the entrance, though. And you can see this. That points to the nice gorilla store, and that points to monkey blocks. But here's the entrance, which is really cool because you can climb these blocks, and these are like the blocks that are in the monkey blocks, even though there's nothing like this color, but like still looks cool. And then there's this cool brick pattern right there, and the cool monkey blocks up there. And so in here, there's a bunch of coming soon signs, like this one with a bunch of these blocks. This one with the castle kit, and this one which is a bunch of these blocks. So now this is the monkey blocks, and when you come in here, there's all these things. So I'm going to show you everything that you can find in the monkey blocks. So first of all, there's this thing, and here's how you can tell everything from that. So the orange, just remember that the orange is like things that can do things. So you see, if you put a door down, that goes down. So the orange is basically things that like do things like ropes, trapdoors, but we'll get into the blocks later. The blue is the conveyor belts, and here's how you can remember that. You see the conveyor belt is blue, so you remember that, and you can see that one just goes down and up as the conveyor belts go through because they spawn the blocks and then despawn them. So that's how you can tell with that too. And the green is both this and these. So both of those things go to the green, and when the green is fully down, you can't use any of those. So then whenever you try to switch these, or whenever you take one from these, they won't regenerate. And now this is the monkey blocks pack. It's the castle kit, which gives you all of these blocks right here, and all of this. It costs 6,000, and with this, it means that you can both click castle here, and click castle here, or on basically anything that says castle. And you can save those in your builds, which we'll get to saving later. These are like the blocks from the castle kit that like to like test them or like see what they're like. So it's not like you have to get this to see these blocks. Like you can use these blocks, they just aren't infinite like these ones, or like the conveyor belt ones. So you can use these. You can also use these up here. There's just a very limited supply of how much there is. So you can still test them and use them, you just can't save them in designs or whatever. And now on to saving your designs. This thing, you can choose one of these scans, and then you update scan, and then you update scan, and then this thing will appear, and it'll do all that. So for instance, if you took a scan some other time before, you can click the scan that it was, you can go to a new private room, so you can see, here's the build right here, and it's fully intact as long as you saved it like I showed you how to do it on that thing. Now here, you can see that there's a bunch of builds put right here, and up there's literally nothing. So this is basically, you can't build anymore in this. You might have noticed that there's these weird blue things on your arms, and this is used so you can take a block, put it on there, and then take a bunch of blocks and put them on there, and then you can just carry them without having to hold them in your hands like this. So you can just bring a bunch of blocks to your place at once. And so these things, you might see that none of them have anything on them, but these are to use for like yourself, and no one else can build on them. But the way to activate it is if you want to choose a plot, you place a block on it, and it says your name, and it has its own thingy right there. See, it's one of those big thingies, but it's just for your special plot. So you can put all this stuff on there. And it does affect that one, but it also affects this one, so you can see how much you can build on your own singular plot. And when you're done with blocks, you can go to the recycling can, and it has these arrows to put it in here, and you can see it's a saw blade. So you can see it does that, and whenever you do that, let's say it's one of these blocks. I don't think it regenerates. Oh well. But yeah, that's that. But yeah, there's 14 plots. So that's even more than the maximum amount of players per lobby. So you can have an option or a choice when you choose a plot in the public lobby. And now you probably notice that when you recycle something, it does that because whatever thing it's from. So for say we take a door, we'll put that in there. It does both that and that. So the green is basically every block, and then the blue is the conveyor belt stuff. And I think maybe these ones, I'm not sure, but that's that. Now we're gonna get onto each block. All right, first of all is the terrain blocks, and the terrain is mixed into two different sections. So as you can see on terrain, there's terrain 1, or just terrain, and then terrain 2. And so yeah, with these things, you can, if you switch them, then they do that, and if you take one, then it does that. Here are all the terrain blocks. There's this block, which is really big and fat and tall. And there's this one that's not as fat. It's not as long, but it's still tall. And then there's this one, which is basically that. And then there's ones of those exact same sizes, but they get one block shorter every time. And then there's these slope pieces. There's these ones. There's a long one of these and a short one of these. There's a tall one of these and a short one of these. Basically, just that stuff. Alright, and then there's this block, which is a 15 by 15. So that's pretty big. There's this one, which is another size one. This one, which is another size. And then all of these other ones. And you can switch it to castle to have all those different things. Now, the cool thing about the new monkey blocks, it wasn't in the old monkey blocks, is that there's actual stair pieces now. So there weren't stairs before, so now we have stairs. And as you can see, there's not any studs on here, but you can still connect stuff to it. And there's slopes. And there's these things, which if you go into, now you're tiny. And to grow big, you hold this thing on here. In the old monkey blocks, you couldn't do that. So in the old monkey blocks, you could do this and go to the thing, but then no one went to the thing because of this thing, so they just got rid of all those. And so, yeah, you can make a slide and slide down it with this thing. You get flown up, or whichever direction it's facing if you use those snot bricks. And then there's this, which is bouncy, and there's another one of these with the castle, which is blue, and it's like a curtain thing. Alright, so this is a drawbridge. So when you do like this, it goes down like that, and there's only a button on one side, so you know that's something. And over here is a normal door that just opens like that. It's floating right now, but like it eventually closes. It's like the basement door. And then up here, this is a trap door. So you fall down into the door room. And then here's apples, which you can actually pick up and do that. And these apples are actually like just a less realistic version of the cosmetic. And here's another block, which is actually a really cool play function that it can do. Is you can see there's this thing, and you can see it's a catapult, right? So you sit on this, and when you press this button, this shoots you. So you press this, and it shoots you